Codeflow is a platform for building and sharing code walkthroughs that make it easier for new contributors to learn your codebase. In our previous video, we went over viewing an example walkthrough. In this video, let's create one. We'll call our new walkthrough GitHub integration. And this walkthrough will be about how Codeflow retrieves and displays code stored in GitHub. Now let's add our walkthrough's first step. We'll title it GitHub API. For each step in a Codeflow walkthrough, we can add subsections to it, which reference and describe specific parts of the codebase. Let's create a subsection for our first step and title it Pulling Source Code. For this subsection, we'll reference gitclient.ts lines 159 through 166. Now, anytime this subsection is clicked, the lines we just highlighted will be opened here on the right. Next, let's describe the code that we just referenced. There are two ways we can do so. We can either type it in this box right here, or we can record our voice to make things a little bit faster. For this subsection, let's type. Now let's add one more subsection in our first step. That'll be it for step number 1. Let's add a second step. Great, now we're all done with our mini walkthrough. After finishing a Codeflow walkthrough, there are two ways it can be published. The first option is to save it to Codeflow's platform, in which case we will store it for you in our backend. The second option is to have Codeflow convert your walkthrough into a JSON file, after which you can check in this JSON file into your codebase. After a Codeflow walkthrough is published, sharing it is as easy as copying its URL and sending that to anyone who might find it useful. As for maintaining these walkthroughs, Codeflow will actually self-correct its walkthroughs referenced line numbers to keep them up to date as the codebase changes. For example, let's edit the source code that this subsection refers to and see what happens. So what we just did was edited this source code to add a comment above line 14 right here. Now, let's refresh the page and see what happened to our walkthrough. As you see, Codeflow has automatically updated the referenced line numbers for this subsection from 15 to 19 to 17 to 21, so they remain correct even after the above comment was added. Codeflow also has workflows for keeping its walkthroughs up to date when it cannot automatically update these line numbers. Say, for example, if this entire file was deleted. We'll save that for another video. Thanks so much for watching. Codeflow is currently in private beta, and if you have any feedback, we'd love to hear from you at ashish@usecodeflow.com. Thanks again.